Welcome to Stock Showdown Mercedes-Benz 190E. So I have this one with the weird livery. Let's go for it. This does not say no upgrades, so maybe you'll be able to get a tune, and it's got to be C579, whatever the stock thing is, but you might be able to get something to help you out. But I think this one is stock, so let's go with it here. Just us and 3 others. Wow. So this is the trial. What I'm going to do is give my friends, my teammates here, room to run. We need to beat the drivatars, and then as a tall order in these stock showdowns. If you've noticed there, in tribute to the Donut Media series, I have all kinds of donut gear on. You can see all the yellow in there. Donut shirt, donut hat. The donut jackets don't really look that great, so I threw on the Honda hoodie that I won another of, I guess, last series in Summer Party. Look at Moot Bucket making moves. Oh, I love how everyone on the Drivatar team, on the red team, is gray. That'd be so cool if we could get some camaraderie over here, some team colors. I wish it would put a light blue tint. How about everybody that loads in? No, he went to... Oh, he quit. What the hell? Why would you quit? You're in front of me, bro. Alright, so that's how today's gonna go. That's gonna suck. It really is. So I am trying with this rear-wheel drive chassis to be as good as I can be. We've got one person lagging, lollygagging in the back. Just one of those people that hang on in the trial and don't help. Why wouldn't you quit at this point? He's a spoiler. He doesn't want anybody to win or have fun. So even if... Okay, so it's one of those trials. Everybody's leaving because of what I just said. And I have no idea what this guy's doing. And as long as he's in last, we're never going to win. Unless I can pass everybody and get then 50 extra points. So we're on the second lap here. Maybe that's possible. This thing is tough. This is supposed to be a monster of a car, homologation and blah, 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 whatever. We've had it as a weekly challenge car before. In the game, it's just so frustrating to race with something that doesn't have the best upgrades. And I just don't know how the Drivatars do it. How do they do it with this car for real? How are they just smoking me and not spinning out? I'm sliding at every turn. Give it a little input and it wants to go around. Leaning heavy on that guy in front, braking, trying to get Tegan here. I have to get Tegan or we lose because that guy's in last and I don't even know what he's doing. Oh yeah, he's way back there. Awesome. At least he's trying. But I gotta let him know I can't pull that much weight, bro. Yeah, there's no catching Tegan at this point. She'll lose 150. I'll gain 150. They'll go down to 600. I'll be 650. But no, not happening. So I'm still holding out hope that maybe we get Bead Rue to leave in the last couple seconds. Lost my wing because it doesn't matter now. This might not even make the channel. I wish you could send a message and be like, hey bro, just quit, please. Please, I want to win the trial, please. Please. And there you go. There's the finish. Now we wait. He's not leaving. There's no way. Oh, yes. B. Drew, my apologies. I didn't know you were a G. There we go. So now, as long as my game doesn't crash, if I pass the middle of the field in this next race, we'll win the trial. We meaning me, you know. This is a Reservorio sprint. Guys, if you know me, this is like my Ruta Norte. If we have to do an Apex Racing Challenge, I'm there. How many do I have to beat? 3 or 4? We can do that. Here we go. Once we do this, we can get the 911 GT3, whatever that thing is, the weekly reward car. RS4, I don't know what it is. It's cool. It's white. We'll test drive it. Maybe we'll make it better. I don't know if I've ever driven one. Also, this trial, pretty straightforward if I can make the moves here as we slow down and head into the turns. My tips for you are, if you aren't able to get a tune or make this thing any easier to drive, just be very careful, very deliberate in what you're doing. You cannot be aggressive with this car, I feel. You kind of just gotta race how you're supposed to race. Stick to the racing line, brake for corners, send it through in the best, fastest way. Not a lot of input. Not worried about traction. So there we are. We do have to pass Antonia. We have to at least get a podium spot here to make it work. It's an interesting trial, especially against what we had last week. If you haven't watched it, do yourself a favor. Go back and check out last Thursday's trial video. So much craziness. I can't even explain it. It's all in the video. 65% here. I'm just shaking my head. All I have to do is stay here. And even if I don't, I have another chance. This is such a weird race for me. It's like the trial light. The whole point of the trial is it's hard. These are harder drivatars. And you're with other people. You're with strangers. Usually if you jump in a public one. You don't bring a convoy. Also, sometimes it's better to have a manual in these stock showdowns. It gives you a little more control over your car. Allows you to be a little more aggressive. You don't have to wait for the game to shift for you. But there you go, guys. There is your trial. The Mercedes-Benz 190E stock showdown. Finishing third, a second, and then a third, and we win. What a concept. Team racing. Look, team sprint race. Not really. Pablo won. They didn't put anybody else up there. Thanks. And there you go. There's the blue team. I love it. Wow. Why did everybody quit? Why can't we just race? Why can't we have fun? I don't know. Either way, let's get out of this Buzz Lightyear looking car and get this 911 GT3 RS4 from 2012. We hit the pause menu. We're going to get some information on what we've just won. Let's go to change car, Porsche, and let's do a little research here. 2012. Gotta go back a good ways. Oh, I do have one that I have driven, but I don't know for how long and for why. All right, so like I said, very tasteful here. We've got the stripe. We've got white on white. Stripe on the side as well. Very well-mannered takeoff from the launch control. Great Porsche sounds. Saved me there. It turns in so well. I turned in a little late. Around the traffic car. It doesn't even get loose. Ooh, what is this thing? S1 825. I can feel it. Now, I don't know what we would really do to make this thing go S1 900. That's definitely where it needs to be. But I feel like that would be a tall order because this thing's pretty good as is. Now, sometimes when you load into a race, they'll give you S1. They'll give you people around you. If you have 825, it'll give you 830. You know, 823, whatever. But when you go online, if you're in an S1 race, you're going to get people at the S1 900 level. Like I said, I really don't know what to do. Maybe get a little more aggressive on tire width, race suspension maybe. Maybe the gearbox. It looks like it's a little understeery, which is weird, right? You wouldn't think this thing would have understeer with the type of, you know, drivetrain it has. But I really like it. I need to start using this more. Maybe I'll play with it here. Let's go see what we can do. Since we have 3 other ones, let's see what some modifications do to this thing. First up, I do not want to get rid of the beautiful Porsche wing that says Porsche. Like, could you imagine for that? I just don't see it. That looks too good to me. You could give it some downforce here. Let's try that. Not really sure that's where we need to go, but Maybe that'll help the understeer. We'll do this just for fun. I don't know. And we already have the good tires that I usually use. Let's give it wider front tires. Don't touch the rear and get out of there. Let's give it a 7-speed. Let's go ahead and get this lightweight stuff here that we can. Race diff. We're going to keep it for the street. Race clutch. We're going to do suspension. Nope, it already has race suspension. Nice. Weight reduction. I definitely would like to see that. Intake. We'll do that, and we'll do some exhaust. Maybe horsepower is where it lies. We're up to S1 878, and I think I'm going to leave it there. There is more you could do. You could do the rear tires. You could do more horsepower. You could do even an engine swap if that's what you're into. Well, let's travel back to where we were. Let's go along the reservoir. Let's take it out through here. Now we've given it a 7-speed, so the gearing has changed. Ooh, okay, so the turn-in is good. Those front tires are really biting. And they're still a little understeer. But the front tires are pulling us through. Oh, okay. Maybe that added power will give us some oversteer to make that a little better. Trying not to spin out, just feeling it out here. This thing is very poised. I love it. A little hard to race, still a little understeer there that I'm chasing, and I don't really know what to do. I'd probably have to actually go in and tune the suspension. That is above my pay grade. I'm more of just a parts picker unless we're in the gearing. Gearing, downforce, ride height, camber. That's as far as my knowledge goes. I'm more of a preset guy. Let's get the rally suspension. Let's get the drift suspension. And they usually work out. Oh, we've got her sliding now. Okay. I don't know how that happened, but I guess I was just going on autopilot talking to you guys. But she's out here. She is ripping, flying. This thing is awesome. There you go, guys. The 2012 RS4 911 GT3. Yes. Hey, this is a 911 GT3 RS 4.0. Wow. Okay, so I had to put a little respect on its name because I just saw that and I saw, okay, it's a white Porsche, white wheels. But out of the box, amazing. A little bit of modification. I won't say even better, but the same amount of good, just higher up in the performance index. Definitely going to have this one as an option going forward. And that's what's really fun about playing through these series. Again, I get to address some of my shortcomings, you know, not modifying these cars, not using these cars, just being overwhelmed with so much stuff, which is a good problem to have, right? Like I said yesterday, I'm going to try and 100% this series, so a lot to do here. And tomorrow we're going to be back with the PR stunt, speed run, and then Sunday the event lab showcase. Maybe if I find another one, a showdown. As always, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will see you tomorrow in the next one. Later.